So this is a script that I worked on back in like 2017 when Little Busters vs. the Capo first came out, and I did film a version of this, but it was in that weird in-between time where I still had a 720p camcorder compared to my 1080p mirrorless Sony A5000 camera, and obviously before this fucking thing here. Yeah, I didn't like the way that looked, so I did want to revisit the script, especially since we're getting a 20th anniversary for Circus, because of the whole Da Capo section. But Little Busters also did have a part in the key 20th anniversary set, so I thought, hey, now's a better time to remake this pretty much. So a couple of the references in this might be a little old and outdated, but this is just how the script was back in 2017, and I'm kind of just remaking it. Or is it 2018? It was one of those years. So I did want to remake this just so I could have a small little guide showing different players what's in this set. And with that, thank you all for watching. Let's get on with it. So, what do Da Capo and Little Busters both have in common? They're both visual novels and they both have Weiss sets. Actually, they were some of the first Weiss sets to be released, and that was nearly 10 years ago. It's a little more now, but to commemorate that, they released an extra booster set called Da Capo vs. Little Busters. In this set, they released newer cards to help out the deck stay more current, and even updated some older cards so that they won't feel so old and outdated. In this video, we're going to look at all of the retrained cards. Most of the changes are made to vanillas and climaxes. Like I said, these changes are made to boost consistency and give more power to decks, and no, this card did not get a reprint. Although this one did, so we do have that going for us. All of the retrain cards have a new rarity called RE, and that makes my rarity guide video I posted like a couple years ago extremely out of date. That is especially true now because almost every single set has their own set exclusive rare. You know, that's another video we could redo. Anyways, we're going to start with Da Capo, and we are starting with Don't Forget This Day, a yellow stock soul climax with 2 soul when triggered. This card used to be a PR card that was a +2 soul and 2 soul when triggered, and god damn, look at that price! One thing that you may have noticed is that a majority of the cards, because they are older cards, they're very expensive. Up next is Nanaka in Gymnastics Outfit, a green 1/0 music sports character. This card can't side attack, which is okay with me, and the character in front of this card gains character discard encore, which is not okay with me. This card used to be a vanilla. So if this card does crash or do battle with the bomb, good luck. Here is I Shall Not Forget, a blue climax, 1k1 and you salvage a climax when you trigger. It used to be a book when you trigger. Haruka, special foreign student, is a 1/1 red royalty character. It gains 1k5 power if you have 2 or more other loyalty characters and character discard encore. That does count your back row, so that isn't that bad. This card used to be a vanilla PR. Oh, it did? This card's actually better than the old card. Mahiru, Big Ruckus, is a green 0/0 simple example character. Her effect is an interesting one. Originally, her power was at 3k, so they lowered it to 500 and they gave it a searching ability. It's almost like a Ricky, but you have to take an extra damage for it to pop off. Or you can just ram it into something and get the search. Heyo, brother, it's a green climax that is a 1k1 and a treasure when triggered. This used to be a yellow climax that stated on play, draw a card, and you give a character +3 soul and 2 soul when triggered. Holy crap, talk about an overextension. Accommodating Nemu is a 2/1 red magic judgment character. She gains 1k power for each of your other magic, banana, or judgment characters, and you can pay 1. When a level 2 or higher card that this card battles is reversed, you could salvage a character. This card used to be a vanilla with 8k5 power. Kotori's song, no, not that Kotori, is a green climax that is a 1k1 and a treasure when triggered. It used to be one of those draw a card and then choose a character, and it gains 2k power and a soul with 2 soul when triggered. You know what? I have not seen any cards with that climax effect being printed anymore. Here is Mako and Moe in Swimsuits, a blue 0/0 music nabe character. She gives 1k power to another character in the middle position, and she has a pay 1 restless card searching brainstorm. She was a 3k vanilla. And with that, we have all of the Da Capo cards that got a retrain, and now we are going to the Little Busters half of the set. So the first card we have is called Should We Date? Now, before I go on, there are 2 cards called Shall We Date? This one really doesn't count because it was from the anime set. This card is a retrain from the first set. This is a green climax that is 1k1 and a treasure when triggered. It used to be a +2 soul and 2 soul when triggered. And I know what you're thinking, and yes, You can't stop paying this price for this climax. You still gotta buy those Riggies though. Our first character in Little Busters is always good friends Rin and Komari, a yellow 1/1 Animal Sweets character. This card gains plus 2k power on attack, and when you have 2 or more other Sweets or Animal characters, this gains Clock Encore. She was a PR vanilla with the same stats. Here is Masca Kud, a green 1/2 Animal character. She has character... Did I say that name right? Whatever. Here is Masca Kud, a green 1/2 Animal character. She has character discard Encore, and what was interesting with this one is that she kept her 1/2. She was a 7k5 vanilla with a soul when triggered. Now she is 8k with character discard Encore, and her soul trigger is removed. Here is another interesting one. For some point in the future is a red standby climax and a soul and standby when triggered. It was a 1k1 and a gate when triggered. Yuiko in a Maid uniform is a 2/1 yellow music Maid character, and on play, top check your deck, and you can either keep it at the top or put it in the bottom of your deck. And on attack, if your opponent is level 3 or higher, it gains 6k power for the turn. This card was originally an 8k5 vanilla. It is when this card attacks that it gets the power boost, so it won't be able to provide any defense, but plus 6k is very, very big. It will most likely run over any level 3s. Well, if not any, a good majority of level 3s. But this is just on reverse. Your opponent can encore it with other effects or just pay 3. And when they bring it right back, they could just run over the Yuiko. Pleasantly Cute Komari is a 1/0 Blue Sweets Maid character, and all of your other Yuiko in Maid uniform characters gain +1 soul, and once per turn, when you play Mio in Maid uniform from your hand, you can blind stock. This card used to be a 5k5 vanilla. Well, this card heals, and then you can send it to your memory to search 2 Maid characters, but like, the only Maid characters in Little Busters are these 3, so like, what? I guess you can send it to your memory, then get 2 extra copies of itself, or one of these others, then you could play the Komari. You play the Komari since it's free, and because it isn't a hard once per turn, you could drop this down and you get the heal and a body on board. I guess that can work. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm probably thinking a little way too much on that card. Here is Cheerfully Noisy Haruka, a green 1/0 Marble Twins character. On play from hand, top check 3 cards from your deck, add a card with Haruka or Kanata in its name. Ditch the rest, then you ditch a card. Not bad, filters out your hand, decently sized in power, and this was a 5k5 vanilla. Best shot is a green climax that is 1k1 and a treasure when triggered. It was a blind stock soul +2 soul when triggered. Last card is called Little Busters, a red 1k1 climax and a gate when triggered. It was a 1k1 and 2 soul when triggered. And those are all the cards that are updated from the older cards. We do have some brand new cards in this set, but I mainly wanted just to cover the retrain ones. So as of recording this, there's no information if the Circus set is going to have some reprints or some retrains of old Capo cards. If there is any news on that, I'll be sure to let you guys know, so don't forget to subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content. Oh, don't forget to like and stuff, and I will see y'all in the next one.